Good morning, Year 2. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Today is Monday, the 8th of February 2021, and we are going to start a new topic in maths today. So before we begin, let's do our counting practice. Can you count in twos? Get your fingers ready, let's count in twos. Are you ready? Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Wow, well done. This time you're going to do it without me saying anything. Are you ready? Well done. I'd like you to find 4 lots of 2. 8, well done. 6 lots of 2. 12, brilliant. One more, 9 lots of 2. 18, brilliant. Today our new topic is called My Turn Statistics. Statistics. Statistics is how we record data and information that we find out so that we can easily ask and answer questions about it. For example, we've done this a lot in science when we've done science investigations and recorded, for example, the materials that we could find. That was all statistics and you didn't even realise. Today we're looking at something called My Turn Tally. Tally. A tally is a way of recording a number as you go along. So when you are recording, for example, I want to know how many cars drive past school every day, and I want you to write down every time a car drives past. Rather than having to write, okay, 1 car drove past, or now there's another car, okay, rub it out, 2 cars. There's another car, rub it out, 3 cars. Rather than having to do that, we use tallies. So if 1 car drove past, I would do 1 line, show 1 car. If another car drove past, I would draw another line next to it to show 2 cars. A third car drove past, I would draw another line, show 3 cars, and so on. When you get to the number 5, it looks a little bit different. The number 5, we draw a line over our 4. So this is 4 here, and then when we get to 5, we draw a line over it. This is so that we don't just have a really long row of lines after line after line. You have to count them individually. Instead, you can count in 5s. For example, if I got to the number 15, I would have 3 of these. I could count 5, 10, 15, rather than having to count in 1s. Then it goes back to 1, so 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know that's 5, so that's 5, 10. Get your finger ready. I would like you to point to the number 4. Hopefully you pointed at this number. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finger ready, point to the number 2. That's it up here, nice and easy. 1, 2. Point to the number 6. Well done, because we have 5 and another one, which is 6. Last one, can you point to the number 10? That's it down here, 5, 10. We're going to use tallies today to record different things. So the first tally chart I'm going to make, I want to know how many of each chocolate I have so that I can decide what to eat. And I'm going to do this by making a tally chart.
When we make a tally chart, we need 3 columns. The first column, the heading, is what we are recording. What am I looking at? In this case, Miss Wilson is recording types of chocolate. So in the first column, I write chocolate. The second column, this is where you put your tally. So my heading will be tally. And the final column is where I record the total. So when I've done my tally, I can write the number that I found. So let's see what chocolate I have in my treat tub. This might make you a little bit hungry. So here is the chocolate in my sweet tub, the first thing I need to do is work out which types of chocolate I have so that I can write it into the chocolate column. So, shout out the name of a chocolate that you can see in my tub. I can see Mars bars. So the first thing I'm going to write in this column is Mars. Mars. What other type of chocolates can you see? I can see, oh, they look yummy. I've got some Reese's. They're my favourite. Reese's. And that goes in the second row. So this column is all about chocolate, and now I'm filling in the rows. And I can see one more chocolate. Shout it out. Yeah, I've got some Twixes left, haven't I? So, Twix. So now I have my empty chart ready to go. I've got my chocolate column filled in. Now I need to fill in my tally column. So first thing I'll do is see how many Mars I have, and what I'm going to do as I count them is take them out of the pot so that I don't count one twice. That's really important. So I have 1, and as I've pulled out 1, I put 1 on my tally and I can get rid of that one. 2, and can you see any other Mars? Oh, there's 1 there. 3. So I put my third tally. I'm not going to total up till the end just to really make sure that there's no more in there. Next up we have Reese's. I've got 2 different colours of Reese's. I can see 1, record my tally, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do I do when I get to number 5? Can I just do another tally there? Thank you. I need to cross through to show 5, don't I? So I think that's all my Reese's. My final chocolate is Twix. So I've got 1, 2. So I've recorded the number of Twixes in the same row where it says Twix under the column that says tally. And as you saw, I was drawing the tally as I went. So 1, 2. So I wasn't counting them all and then drawing the tally. You do 1 at a time. Okay, my pot is empty now. So now I can work out my totals. So Mars, I can see I have 1, 2, 3 Mars. Reese's, shout out, what does this number mean? 5, well done. And Twix, I have 1, 2. So now I can clearly see what chocolates I have and how many I have of each of them.
So that was me making a tally chart. I put a picture of it here. Now I'm going to interpret my tally chart. That means I'm going to answer some questions about it. The first question says, which chocolate do I have the most of? You look at my tally chart. Which chocolate do you think I have the most of? Shout it out at the screen. That's right. The most I have is Reese's because I got to the number 5. It's the only one where I had to cross a line 5, and in my total you can see I had 5. Question number 2. How many Mars bars do I have? Have a look at the chart. Can you see how many Mars bars do I have? That's right, I have 3. So I go to my chocolate column and I find Mars bars and I go across the row. I can see I've got 3 tallies and that was a total of 3. The last question says, which chocolate do I have the least of? Can you shout it out? Which chocolate do I have the least of? That's right, it's Twix. I went to my tallies and I could see Twix is where I did the least amount of tallies, which made 2. You go across and see it was a Twix. So Twix is the one I have the least of. We're going to make our own tally chart today. I want to know how many of these things you see out of your window in a 10-minute time frame. So we're going to see how many birds we see, how many cars, how many people, and then the last one, I want you to pick a category. So first I'm going to show you me making that tally chart, and then you will draw the chart into your book, add your own category to look out for, sit at the window to fill it in, and then answer some questions that are on Google Classrooms about your tally chart. So I will now show you me doing that task so you can see what to do.
Okay, the first thing I've done is I have drawn a table using a pencil and a ruler, and I have drawn 1, 2, 3 columns because there will be 3 headings, and I've drawn 5 rows because I need 1 row for the heading, and then I need 4 rows for the things I'm looking out for. So my headings are going to be, what am I looking for? I'm looking for things out of my window, things out of my window. Oh, just about managed to fit that in there. And then in here, this is where I'll record my tally. And then in here is where I'll write my total, where I will add up my tally. The things I am looking for, so things out of my window. So the first thing I asked you to look for was birds. The second thing was cars. The third thing was people. And then the fourth thing is up for you to decide, something that you want to look for out of your window. I'm going to look for dogs because where I live, lots of people walk past with their dogs and they are so cute. So I'm going to record how many dogs walk past my window. So now that I've drawn and filled in the things that I'm looking for outside of my window, I am now going to go and sit at my window for 10 minutes and fill this in. Okay, so I paused and it's been 10 minutes and I sat at my window and this is what I saw. So now I need to fill in my total. I've done my tallies. Now remember, this here is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. So rather than counting them all, I'm going to count in 5s. I saw 5, 10, 15 birds. So my total, I write the number 15. Cars, I saw 5, 6 cars. People, there were quite a lot of people today. I saw 5, 10 add 1, 10, 11. Because remember, only this is 5, this is 1. And dogs, I saw 3 dogs, 1, 2, 3. So 3 of those people were walking their dogs. And that is my completed tally chart. So my next job would be to look at the questions on Google Classroom about my tally chart and try to answer them. So off you go. I hope you enjoy making your tally chart. Send us a picture of your chart and also the answers to the questions.